Welcome back. I'm gonna finish off some beach volleyball, assuming our remote lets us do so this time. Curious how much more difficult this will get. And it doesn't feel like there's much room for making this too much more difficult. I guess there's the reaction time aspect. That was the most difficult part of Konoha Beach Volleyball. Reaction time, which is why it was really hard for me to play the game. While commentating, actually. Oh, whoops. Because trying to speak while playing would slow my reaction time by enough to make me a lot worse at the game, since... Why did I do that? See, it looked like it would have made perfect sense for me to spike that, unless... And granted, I'll say this, I'm mostly familiar with tennis. I don't know if you're required to pass the ball before hitting it over in beach volleyball. You might be. I haven't played volleyball beach ball in a long time either, so I don't remember how that game worked in some ways. Excuse me, Granny. So that might be why you can't spike immediately. But at that point, good jump. At that point, why can't I jump at all when I'm not? When I'm not assisting. Yeah, I still haven't figured out the timing. I feel like you would think it would be hitting at the very peak of your jump that would be best for a spike. These guys are slightly better at least, which I appreciate. Oops, should not have done that. Yeah, I need to get better at these spikes, I think, but I don't know how to be better at spikes. I also just need to pay more attention to whether my partner is going for the ball. Because if both of us go for it, then what ends up happening is I get stuck in an animation from having tried to hit it, which prevents me from catching it in time afterwards. Konoha Beach Volleyball was, in all seriousness, though, one of the hardest games I've played. At least on this channel. The hardest would probably be Puyo Puyo Fever 2. The Konoha Beach Volleyball is pretty rough too. Ooh, look at you. Oh, also, in case you're wondering, I don't aim the ball in any way when I hit it, when I return. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I guess I accidentally pressed the B button as I was swinging. That was not supposed to be a jump. Huh, I might be able to aim the ball. I haven't been paying attention to that at all, so I pressed up that time and actually hit the ball towards the top of the court. Oh, maybe in fact, I wonder, I might be hitting... Am I pressing... I don't think I'm pressing B. I wonder if I'm accidentally hitting towards the center of the court every single time. What? That's probably how they're aiming towards one corner of the court, actually. They're probably just holding upright or something. Yeah, you just hold the direction that you want to hit it in. Which actually is precisely how Konoha Beach Volleyball works, now that I think about it. Yeah, so you just hold the direction, or hold where you want to hit the ball. Well, I don't think you get to decide whether or not you want to... Oops. Pass the ball, or... actually hit it to the other side of the court. Yeah, now that I'm actually aiming the ball instead of just always sitting towards the center, it makes this thing even easier. You could not decide who was going for it. Teamwork is hard. Konoha Beach Volleyball had a couple more mechanics than this year, though. You had a couple different types of special hits you could do on the ball. to either lob it or just barely hit it over the net. I wonder if that was called a feint? Something like that. And different characters would specialize in doing different things. So one character, for instance, was really good at feints. And the ball would basically go right over the net, just barely, if you did a feint as them. Whoops. Yeah, and accidentally hitting the net is something that could indeed happen. Excuse me? Okay, that time I did not jump. I just have a confident teammate this time, too. Okay, not where I was trying to hit the ball, but... Oh, well, that's just my nunchuck, okay. You should ask for confirmation game. Lots of games have resume as the first option. This game is not one of those. Let's see how quickly we can take care of these guys, I guess. I imagine I'll go more quickly this time than last time, since... This time, I'm a little bit more used to things. I know I can aim the ball. Well, you need to be careful not to just hit the net like that. That's an interesting animation you had there for hitting the ball. I guess if you just hit the ball too late or something, it goes somewhere weird. And you can't get knocked over by it. Yeah. Oh, what are you two doing there? Oops. That was not a jump. Not where I was trying to hit the ball. Again, I look up B too quickly, I guess. It's hard to... it takes a certain amount of time to stop swinging the remote. So it's hard to stop swinging the remote, oops, then let go of B, and then quickly swing it again to hit the ball. But yeah, it's really fun if this is basically a simplified version of Clonoa Beach Volleyball. Wait a minute. They probably did deliberately use the same mechanics as Clonoa Beach Volleyball, now that I think about it. This is also by Namco. That only just now occurred to me. They very well might have deliberately designed this the same way. Namco is kind of a weird game creator. They're kind of... They seem kind of... Their games come across as kind of self-obsessed in a certain way. Like, a Namco game you always know as a Namco game. 1 second. I will not press A this time. There we go. You always know a Namco game is a Namco game because it will keep bringing up Namco stuff. Like other Namco games, or Namco itself, and stuff like that. It's a little weird. And do crazy things like putting Pac-Man on character designs. My hope is to actually finish this game this episode, since that's 2 episodes of beach volleyball otherwise. Not where I tried to hit that, but whatever. Yeah, I think I have enough time to. Oh, never mind. I thought that was 3, it's only 2. Go for it. There's not too much in serving as far as I can tell. There doesn't seem to be much strategy in where you hit the ball, to be perfectly honest. And as far as I can tell, there's no element of timing in it either. I can guess what the hard AI is going to be like. we're getting there. I know that this game is being very difficult in most cases, so I don't expect too much. Ooh. That was pretty dramatic there that they actually spiked the ball for once. Excuse me? And then completely failed to actually. I feel like they would have scored there if they actually managed to hit the ball over the net. Whoops, too early, I think. Okay. I just won't have to play to as many points as I can of each volleyball. Only 5 points. Okay. See how far I can get in level 3 this episode. My Wii remote, or my Wii sensor is at almost a 90-degree angle to my remote. I'm surprised that actually works. Probably in part because it's so close, actually, to my remote, the sensor bar. Ready. And someone with better name. You do put some spin on the ball, I notice, if you actually try to hit it close to the net, which is interesting. Whoop. What are you doing, dude? See, I was trying to get too fancy with the... with the assist there, I feel like. The passes. Yep. I notice that I don't serve the ball in the right place, and then I figure out the reason why. Whoops. That's how we wanted to do things. I still have no idea if timing affects anything when you serve. There we go. I'm still yet to see a case where anyone on my team actually messed up a return like that. Really accidentally hit it out of the court. Okay, that was an interesting travel of the ball there. I know you can put spin on it, but geez. That's one. Maybe your timing affects the speed of the ball a little bit, but not much, I don't think. Not actually where I want to hit that, but oh well. Oops. Ah! The game predicted that the ball would be somewhere else. I'm not paying attention where the ball is, I'm paying attention to where the game says the ball will be. Ah, come on, dude. That was a good one. No, wanted that to the top right, but they happened to be too far from the center anyways. I have a hard time, I don't know if it's me not hitting things in the right place or what, but I have a hard time hitting things or spiking the ball towards the far end of the court for some reason, I find. Come on! Is there a way to do that deliberately? I guess if you aim for the near side. Finally, I've not seen anybody actually just hit the ball straight into the net yet. And there's a point that way. Again, not where I wanted the ball, but I guess it worked. Okay, next episode we'll try to actually finish the last of the beach volleyball. Alright, bye everyone.